Just after 1 in the morning on July 6, 2013, a freight train entered the town of Lac-Mégantic, Quebec. There was no driver at the controls. The train was carrying crude oil, and it was moving downhill toward the center of town. Hours earlier, the train had been parked at Nantes, around 11 kilometers away. It was left on the main line for the night. The locomotive had already been having mechanical problems. Later, a fire broke out on the lead engine. Firefighters responded, shut the engine down, and put the fire out. But once the engine was shut down, the air brake system could no longer be maintained in the same way. The train still needed enough handbrakes to hold it in place. According to the investigation, there were not enough. Slowly, the unattended train began to move. At first, it rolled away quietly. Then gravity took over. The train gathered speed as it descended toward Lac-Mégantic. By the time it reached the town, it was moving far too fast for the curve ahead. The train derailed near the center of Lac-Mégantic. Tank cars carrying crude oil ruptured. Fuel spilled. Then came the explosions. The fire spread through the downtown area. Buildings were destroyed. Streets that had been full of people only minutes earlier were turned into a disaster zone. 47 people died. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada later found that this was not caused by one single mistake. It was a chain, a defective locomotive, an unattended train parked on a grade, not enough handbrakes, an air brake system that lost pressure, a dangerous cargo, tank cars that were vulnerable to puncture, and weak safety oversight that allowed risk to build over time. After Lac-Mégantic, rail safety rules changed. There was more focus on securing unattended trains. There was more focus on the movement of dangerous goods, and there were new questions about whether older tank cars were strong enough to carry flammable liquids safely. But none of that could undo what happened in Lac-Mégantic. The warning in this disaster is painfully simple. A train does not need a driver to become dangerous. It only needs weight, a slope, a cargo that can burn, and a chain of small failures that all point in the same direction.